Hello, ladies, mamas. We are here with another self-care expert interview. We are here with Lisa Dahl, and she is going to give us her tip on how we can be rock stars with our self-care. Hi, Lisa. How are you doing today?
I'm good. So nice to see you again. Thank you for having me.
Yes, I am so glad that you are here. How about you tell the moms who you support, what it is you do?
Okay, so I am Lisa Dahl. I am an intuitive eating health coach. I am the anti-diet coach. I help women who have yo-yo dieting and equate thin with healthy and self-worth. I help you shift your mindset so that you can learn how to listen, trust, and respect your body so that you can be happy, healthy, and confident at any size. Something that the diet world, social media, and the rest of the chatter doesn't really share with you, that thin does not equate health and that people in large fat bodies can be happy, healthy, and confident as well.
Yeah, thank you. I think this is such an important topic to cover with moms. We can definitely have, or just women in general, we can have body shame and issues like that. And also, I think we want to be good examples to our children of eating in a good way so that they eat in a good way and things like that. So what are ways that moms can support themselves in taking care of their bodies um, in whatever stage they're at?
So it's a large question and with a very short period of time. And
Right.
usually, and my answer when I'm working with somebody is discovering what is best for them, because what is best for me may not be best for you. So in the scope of this small segment, I'm going to give my top 4 general tips. And the first one is to ask for help. What are your resources? What do you need? How can you get the support that's going to make a difference for you? As an example, when my kids were little, I moved into a community and there was 2 women who lived within a few houses of all of us, and we became fast friends. And fast forward 25 years later, they're still my closest friends. And we used to divide and conquer. I love to cook. That was part of my passion. So somebody else would go out and get groceries. One of the other moms would watch the kids, and I was always happy to cook. My ex-husband traveled full time, and it gave me the wherewithal and reason to be able to cook for large quantities, because it didn't matter if I was just cooking for 3 of us or 6 of us. So ask for help, no matter what that looks like. And if you don't know where to ask for help, right here is a perfect space. Kelly, has resources. I have resources. If you're stuck, this is the first place to go so that we can help you figure out where to get the help you need. My second one is dump the junk. And that can have a very different meaning for so many people. In my space, dump the junk often means, what does your social media look like? Who are you surrounding yourself with? Is what you're seeing and doing building you up or bringing you down? We have all created our environment. And if it's not filling you and fueling you, you have the power to change it. Are you in the supermarket looking at magazines that, of bodies of what is the quote unquote beautiful, and they make you uncomfortable? Change what you're looking at. What does your social media look like? Are you looking at before and after pictures? And that can be changed too. Look at social media where bodies reflect you and not some ideal of what thin and happy and beautiful looks like. We can change that reality. My third tool is progress, not perfection. We are all imperfectly perfect. And how do you let go of the all or nothing mindset? Whatever the best that you can do is the best that you can do. And if you hit a challenge, how do you turn that into a gift and an opportunity? I was just talking with a client this morning. We're going through her intuitive eating journey, and she was talking about how her shoulder hurts and it's been chronic. And what we discovered is that that shoulder is really giving her that message saying, I'm carrying a lot of weight. It's not necessarily a 10-pound physical weight, but it's a heavy weight that's happening emotionally and mentally. How do we dismantle that? Because that is directly related to the skills and tools of how to resolve eating and the quote unquote emotional eating. That often health and wellness is not about the food, it is about your relationship with food and the tools you are using to be able to manage your emotions and your mindset. And last one is living gratefully.
Ah, great. Mm.
And how do you accept things that life is bringing you when we didn't necessarily sign up for what we're getting? So
So
it's a little
true.
bit, yeah, it's a little bit different than my top 3 things of what I'm grateful for. While those are important, how do we find all the opportunities in every moment? Life can be messy and magical. It can be filled with disappointment as well as discovery. How do we find those, and they can be at the same time. It doesn't have to be one or the other. So those are my top 4 tips.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, dump the junk. I was a little afraid when you first said that you were going to tell me to, not eat sugar, and I'm like, ah. But that emotional junk that we get in our head about being this kind of mom or being this kind of woman or this kind of body size. I think that that is so important. And what we can be doing to support ourselves. I love that you said ask for help and being grateful. I think that that is so important to shifting our mindset, right? So I love that. And what was the third one?
So it was ask for help, dump the junk, progress not perfection, and
Progress,
living
not perfection.
gratefully.
Of course,
And
that's the one I forget, right?
It's, and it comes down to, it's like the ripple effect of self-care. How you take care of you has direct impact, whether you are dealing with your children, your partners, your spouses, your jobs. What you fill yourself with is what you put out there. And especially this time of year, give yourself some space and grace. And everyone starts to get caught up in, oh, January 1's coming, it's time for New Year's resolutions. What would it feel like to have a different resolution this year? And you have a choice. You can either be weight-centric focused, or you can focus on the actions that can make you healthy physically, mentally, and emotionally, and you could actually throw out the scale. And what would
Yeah,
that look like for January 1?
yeah. My focus is always to get stronger, or in better shape, not in the sense of losing weight, but having more sustainability. Because I want to be that mom that's active with her kids and getting her kids active, especially right now where we're all cooped in the house and we're not going out, right? Finding fun ways to still be in movement. And that's definitely one of my goals going into the new year, is involving more movement in my daily routine.
Absolutely. And you hit on a good point. Movement that makes you happy versus movement that's focused on shrinking your body. And movement that makes you happy is one of the 10 principles of intuitive eating. And in terms of feeding your children, you are required as a mom to provide food. Your children's responsibility is to learn to listen to their bodies and determine when and how much they want to eat. So it's even taking some of that stress off of you, that if your children say, I'm full, and they've had 3 bites, for you to say, you know what, I'm going to let that go. They know when they're hungry. And that takes off some of the responsibility. You're not a good or a bad mom based on how much food your children eat. And letting them have that space is one of the best gifts that you can give them in helping them learn how to listen, trust, and respect their bodies as well.
As well, we definitely want to teach them to trust themselves, and give them that space to explore their own environment. And I think that that's a really powerful thing that we can give them as parents, And because I know I did not grow up trusting myself, probably not because my mom made me eat my food necessarily, but you know, just different things in life that happen, and to give them that tool to at least in that area of their life to trust themselves, I think is really powerful. And to trust ourselves as well, you know, when we're full, to put the put the fork down and not feel like we have to clean our plates. And I think that that's something that we definitely probably got from our parents. You know, they're starving children in Ethiopia. I know I heard that several times. Um, and to you know, train our bodies again to know know what it needs, and to stop when we're full. Yeah, so I love all of these tips. I love your four quick tips on how we can take care of ourselves better when it comes around our mental aspects of looking at food and at life in general. And we thank you so much for being here and supporting our moms and me with these tips.
You are welcome. My pleasure. And feel free to reach out if you have any questions. I'm always happy. I offer a 30-minute free discovery call so that we can help you figure out what's best for you in your self-care journey.
Yeah, so moms, if this is something that is a challenge for you, please reach out. And Lisa, if you are not already, please join our group. And then you, when your video is then posted, you'll be able to see it and see the comments as well.
Perfect. I will do that.
Yeah. So thank you, ladies, for being here and watching this series. I really hope that you're getting a lot out of it. We've touched on a lot of different aspects of self-care, and mental self-care, emotional self-care, physical self-care. So, you know, keep in mind these different tips, and keep us posted on what you're practicing and what has supported you here in the group. I'd love to hear success stories of how you tried something out and it really made a difference in your life. So until we do this again, have a great day, and remember to take care of yourself like the rock star you are, so that you can take care of everything else the way you want to. And we'll see ya. Bye, everybody.